Mr. Zeiner, you are appearing today on count 1, driving while suspended after a prior conviction for driving while suspended. As charged, this is a Class A non-person misdemeanor. If convicted, there is a must serve 5 days up to 1 year in jail. There is also a fine up to $2,500. On count 2, you're accused of operating the vehicle on that date, November 28, 2023, in Butler County without liability insurance. That is a B misdemeanor. If convicted, you could serve up to 6 months in the county jail and pay a fine anywhere from $300 up to $1,000. Do you wish to talk to an attorney before you proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you hiring or applying for court appointed?
I was trying to apply for a court appointment.
Are you employed at this time, Mr. Zeiner?
I sure am.
All right. Where do you work?
I work at Cobalt Boats.
Cobalt Boats, and what do they pay you per month?
I make about $450 a week.
Okay.
But my bills are, I paid for 2 houses because I stay at,
Why do you pay for 2 houses?
Well, I have a house in Howard that I keep the power on there for my dogs, but I stay in the other shay during work so I could work. I can't drive back and forth.
Sure. Mr. Zeiner, are you married or single?
Well, I'm not married.
That makes you single. Do you have any children, minor children that you legally support?
No, I don't.
Very well.
I just got a lot of bills.
Okay, let's talk about those bills. What the house you stay in the most, what do you pay for rent or mortgage?
The house I stay in the most, I pay $600 a month.
And then the house you stay in otherwise?
I pay electric and water and the bills.
Are we still talking about the house in Neodesha where you do when you work?
Yeah, I pay $600 a month for that.
And then what do you pay for the utilities there?
I don't pay utilities. I stay in the motel.
Oh, that $600 is for the motel?
Yeah.
All right, and that's because you can't drive and you have to get to work?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then the house you have in, what'd you tell me? Howard?
Howard.
What do you pay for it?
Well, right now I pay like $500 for electric because I got a late bill.
Okay.
And I pay $150 for water and sewer and trash.
Do you have to pay anything for the building itself or for the home itself?
No, I don't.
Have any other bills?
Yeah, I got a bunch of court costs.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, thank you. Look for that invitation on your screen. You're welcome, sir.
All right. That's a nice pen.
Thank you. That's a State Reptile of Kansas.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Thank you. Turtle. Thank you. All right. We should be done with the doc.
Creeper.
Welcome back to Time Served, the channel that scans the docket so you don't have to. And Cantavius Neal is back. If you do not know who Mr. Neal is, well, we have an update. Several weeks ago, I had covered a case of mistaken address. Yes, mistaken addresses in Judge Stevens' court. Found here. Well, guess what? He's back. And just when you think you know where you live, the judge goes and asks you the numbers and all types of impossible questions. So I'm going to play pieces of part 1, then part 2 in its entirety. And we actually know why he is in front of the judge this time. And no, he still doesn't know where he lives. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Set your notifications to all. It really helps the channel grow. Thank you for watching. Let's roll, nerds.
Is that the only shirt you have? Do you wear that to church?
No, sir.
I wouldn't either. This is kind of important too. It's not church, but you're looking at up to 2 years in a state jail, and you kind of like want to show respect for the whole process.
Yes, sir.
What is your address?
246 Spring, Texas.
Was it Spring, Texas? Was it ever 234 Windfall Path?
That's the address.
That's not what you just said.
243 Windfall Drive.
Listen closely. Was it ever 2340 Windfall Path?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Say that again now. What's your address?
246.
No. I'm saying your address shows 236.
I'm not. That's not my address.
I said that 3 times. Okay. That's what it's showing on the indictment. Was it ever that? Did you move?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Was it 2 years ago?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Okay. Man, that was a hard one to get out of it. Huh?
Such a waste of talent.
All right. The new numbers are 243
Yes, sir.
60. Not supposed to be that hard. What's your zip?
77373.
It's not 77378. Is that no? You have to speak out. She's got to take everything.
No, sir.
Because that was what the zip code was before at 2346. Let me start over. At 23406, it's showing 77378. So that's not right. I've got 77376.
77373.
Then I do it one more time slowly.
77.
Wow, man, that was all wrong. I wonder how they got all that wrong. Okay. You have a driver's license? Let me see it.
I don't have the
Want to come up? Who drove you over?
It's my name.
Who?
My name.
I can't hear you.
His granny, Your Honor.
His granny. You don't carry an ID with you?
Now I'm waiting for it to come in.
We're getting bogged down on this one here. Just have a seat. We're going to work on something. Have a seat right over there, please. Thank you.
To catch the stunning conclusion of this wonderful video, or if you just want to watch any Judge Stevens video in its entirety, make sure to check out the Judge Stevens playlist located here and on my channel page. So now, without further ado, let's roll to part 2.
Who are you?
Montavious Neal.
All right. Now, you've been here before, right?
Check out Mr. Neal's new digs. The judge may not have noticed or even remembered them, but we sure did. Good job, Mr. Neal.
343, you are charged with the offense of theft. You know, this is like an initial appearance or something, but this is going on 3 years old. I wonder what happened. You think he moved around? Is that what happened? I guess.
Took forever to get him arrested on the charges is my thought process, Judge. Well, I'll have to put.
I've been waiting for 4 days, like, for 3 years, you know what I'm saying? And they just finally gave me a 4 day. Last month.
No. Hold on. No, we have something that was sent back to us earlier this year that shows Quintavis Neal 120 Houston, Texas. Is that you?
Yes, it's my old address.
Okay. Also, you were indicted though in 2021 at Windfall Path, Spring, Texas.
Yes, sir, this is my current.
Is it? What are the numbers for it?
2 floors.
That's not what I wrote down. That's not what you told me. I wrote 243. Pretty good at that. Do you have a driver's license?
It's not with me physically. I had to order another one, sir.
Well, what do you have that shows that address on it? What ID do you have?
I have a photocopy of my ID.
Come on, man.
Let me see it. Please.
Judge, he wasn't arrested on this offense until April the 3rd of this year, so that's why it's so old.
See, there's just, I've got this written out. What I do is I write it as the defendant is telling me, and I wrote 24360, but. I mean, this shows yet a different address. This is showing 82421 Point Spring, Texas.
No, it's not.
That's what you just gave me.
Yes, sir. This my fault. I thought my new address was on. I apologize.
Okay. We got to know some, certainty here about you.
Yes. But that windfall path, that's my current address that I'm living in.
Okay, not Windfall Path.
Yeah, windfall path, that's my current address.
When did you live on Stargazer Point?
Like 4 years ago.
So again, your final answer on the number on Windfall Path is what?
2 floors.
Two,
Apologize.
4.
Yes.
Let's see, 158. And so your birthday is 1/16/02, correct?
Yes, sir.
Here, this is, boy, man, that screen has really been through a lot, hasn't it?
Yes, sir.
All right, you were, as you know, we've said this before, you're charged with the state jail felony of theft, which carries with it up to 2 years in the state jail. So we're kind of parsing around it now. Something needs to be done on this quickly. Are you getting a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Because it's up to 2 years in the state jail, which you don't want. Who have you talked to?
I talked to my judge my lawyer that took my case in Harris County, but he said I need to find one in Jefferson County because they can't do that.
Well, they come in handy. You have to have somebody
Yes, sir.
because you don't want to represent yourself. Are you able to hire somebody?
Yes, sir.
Where are you working?
I work for a plant company just outside the city.
What's the name of it? You don't know the name of it?
No, sir, I just started
When did you start?
a week ago.
How much do you make is it by the hour? You get
Yes.
paid by the hour?
Yes, sir.
What?
You pay $16.50 by hour.
16.50. Who is the name of the boss?
Mr. Wilkerson.
What do you do there?
I monitor a machine just to make sure it don't break, and if it break, I fix it.
Is it a full-time job?
Yes, sir.
You work so you should be at work right now.
Yes, sir. I work 12-hour shifts.
Sit over there and fill out that, give them an indigent form. We're going on 3 years on this thing that hadn't generated any movement at all. Fill that out as soon as possible, sir. Thank you. And then swear in front of this lady that it's all true and, John, you're one of the public defenders, correct?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to ask you, I know you're busy, but if you could just take just a moment to talk to this man while we're waiting.
Yeah.
Here's the file. I think it's one of those that.
Maybe it's all easy.
Yeah, he's got him a job, but Mr. Neal, this is, come on up here. This is Mr. West, and let me just say this: you're charged, it's theft, and it's a state jail felony, but it's the worst kind of theft.
Yes, sir.
When you're involved in catalytic converters, nobody who has experienced that feels that they're not traumatized, because it is a mess. It's expensive. It takes time. You can't move with the vehicle, and it causes more harm to people than you would think. So catalytic converter theft has been increased in its punishment by the legislature because so many people complain about how disastrous it is to this life. You ever driven a car without a catalytic converter? Have you? You can't even think because it's so loud. You can't hear yourself, and you may get hearing damage. But the point is it affects the car poorly. It can damage the vehicle, and a vehicle is the second most valuable item anyone buys next to their home. So it's like stealing somebody's home almost when you take their vehicle, and then it costs, and then they've got to pay for it. And a lot of times their insurance can't pay if the bad person who took the catalytic converter isn't caught. So, and the people who come in here are victims, they have the same story. It is a mess. It ruins their life for a while until it can all get fixed. So that's just mean to do that. That's just mean. But the legislature has made it more serious than this. So this is something, and if there's a loss here and it says the value, it says catalytic converters, so it's more than one that y'all took, you and others apparently, and it was a value of at least $2,500. So there's going to be probably restitution, which is going to have to be paid. Okay. Fill that out,
Yes, sir.
and I'm going to appoint Mr. West to handle you. I'm going to reset this so we can get into other things.
Yes.
I'm going to reset this for an announcement in 6 weeks. Okay.
That's fine. Yes, sir.
All right. Fill that indigent form out as quick as you can. We've got to get something going here.
That's a nice pen. Yeah, that's a nice one.
Box
Thank you.
turtle. Thank you.
You are creepy as shit.